9 o'clock, I'm gonna go ahead and call the meeting in order, start with pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, first thing and next thing on the agenda is approval of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is approval of the minutes, 8/28/23.
Lance, I make a motion to approve the minutes dated August 28th, 2023.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now is approval of claims for payment of 9/11/23.
I will make a motion to approve the claims for payment.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is consideration of approved utility permit UT 23-026.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve said utility permit. It is directional boring from outside the road right of way, installing a 1-inch PVC water line service from south of the right of way line to north right of way line, crossing under 250th Street, 265th Street in section 28.
I will second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is consideration of approved Region 6 Trust Housing Fund request for fiscal year 24-25. This is what Marty brought to us. 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. And it was a request for funding of 17,000 something, if I recall.
$17,400.
17,400. That would be our county's contribution for the state to get put into a pool for the state to match and bring funds in. We tabled it. I believe part of the reason we tabled it, you weren't here that day. The other reason is with the new state property tax reform bill, where are we at? So I know you found some information. BJ, I'll give you the floor.
I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion to approve the request for the fiscal year 24-25 year. So we move to discussion.
I will second it.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion.
All right, I appreciate Lance, you getting me the data set from Marty with the funds. So in 2019, we have one project listed in Hardin County and in the amount of $23,850. And then in 2020, we had 4 projects at almost 85,000. In 21, we had one project at $14,100. In 22, there were 3 projects, almost $60,000, and in 23 thus far, $13,775. So with the data, I feel more comfortable with the investment at their request, knowing that the ROI is significant and it brings some houses back into out of disrepair and blighted conditions. And I actually researched most of these properties. Some were have been sold since they've been repaired and sold at quite a market increase. So that's good to help the housing market as well. So that would be my discussion points.
Your name?
I would agree with him. I mean, I'm impressed by the numbers. In the resolution, it has the per capita share for Hardin County is 75,652. If the 17,400 that we agree on is approved. So I think they're spending more than we are. And I just think it's a
Right.
good investment for the county.
Okay. Any other discussion? Hearing no more, I'm gonna do a roll call.
Lance.
Aye.
Renee.
I,
BJ.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is consideration of to approve the resolution 2329 to approve the Region 6 Housing Trust Fund cash contribution.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve resolution 2329.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I don't have anything else to add.
Hearing no more, roll call.
Lance.
Aye.
Renee.
I,
BJ.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is consideration of Hardin County Statement of Safety Policy and Hardin County Safety Committee. Thomas, come on up.
All right. It's been a project that's been out there for several years. It was brought to me back when I came in May of 2019, I think. There was discussion about this, and then we, of course, we went into COVID and everything kind of got sidelined over COVID. So this is the same statement of policy that the county looked at back in 2022, saying that Hardin County is dedicated to protecting all employees from work-related injuries by fostering a culture of safety throughout the county. It can be achieved and effective only through a mutual commitment of all employees, supervisors, and managers. The Hardin County Board of Supervisors expects that everyone works toward achieving a common goal of zero accidents by taking individual responsibility for making safety an integral part of their day-to-day business and decisions and work habits. The rest of that is then sets out what the safety committee, who would be on the safety committee as permanent members, secondary roads, EMA, auditor, sheriff, conservation, IT, and carry forward courthouse security. And then the others rotating on a fiscal year basis every 2 years, assessor, attorney, courthouse maintenance, recorder, treasurer, economic development, and environmental health. The reason for those is that we need to get everybody involved in the process of safety and understand why we're talking about safety. And then the program put together of what the loss control program looks like and what each person is responsible for was taken from Heartland Risk and the previous
AJ Gallagher.
safety Gallagher.
Yep.
And then Brooke and I had a meeting with Holmes Murphy. The representative from Holmes Murphy has already been in and done a full assessment of most of the county buildings. And we have his recommendations of what he found as he went throughout the county. And then the county board of supervisors is listed there as to what we see your responsibility as. And then the county safety coordinator investigator, because it's fine to say that you're looking at safety on a regular basis, but unless you investigate accidents, even the smallest of accidents, unless you go back to a root cause analysis or revive why this accident happened, and asking, was it because somebody was tired? Was it because we rushed them? Was it a training issue? Was it a policy issue? Those kinds of things need continually looked at on an accident basis to be able to go back and find out where are we falling down, because no matter who you talk to, and my personal opinion is that 90% of our accidents are not about the person. It's about how we train them or what we had expectations on them for the day. Did we expect them to work extra long hours? Did we expect them to do a 3-hour job in an hour? Those kinds of things all weigh into how employees perform. So that's all put together in here. And then the safety committee, there's statement of policy and how that safety committee will look at accidents, look at safety policies and building out. When I came in 2019, there was a safety manual from Gallagher that didn't have anything in it. So we've talked to Holmes Murphy. They don't have a manual like that, but they look through it and, Brooke and I have looked through it. There's plenty of policy in there to make safety a priority and then talk to employees about making it their culture. We're gonna do things safe. We're gonna speak up when we see something that's not safe. So kind of a see something, say something thing. And then, the other is to put policies in place that when people just plain ignore the policies and wantonly disregard, then there's a way to remedy that wanton disregard also. So that would be my request to you, to look at both of these, and then go ahead and, with you guys' approval, Brooke and I have, looked at those roles and responsibilities. I think we can maintain those in a good fashion and move the state committee forward.
Questions?
More of a comment or a
Yes.
request for an addendum.
Yeah.
On the safety committee, can we amend that to add District Court Judge John Haney?
Yes,
I'd
on the
appreciate.
mandatory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and while he may not be as engaged as we'd like, keeping him in the loop will.
Well, and he can be on emails and.
Correct, yep, that would be
How do you
my
spell his last name?
Haney.
Yep.
Perfect, that would be my only comment, Lance.
Okay. Renee?
I have nothing else.
Through Heartland, they require us to have this through the carriers, which is Holmes Murphy before it was Gallagher. I still think it's good because the less liability we put on ourselves increases or decreases our mod factor when it comes to insurance on liability. That mod factor is a multiplier, so anytime you can get that down to a point something instead of a 1 point, it just keeps reducing our insurance as well. Although that sounds good, the employees are still the most important part.
Absolutely.
So that's about what I had. I can entertain a motion.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve the Hardin County Statement of Safety Policy and the Hardin County Safety Committee with the one amendment.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I appreciate everybody's work on that.
Any other discussion?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Now we have a set time and date for a public hearing for fiscal year 23-24 amendment. The earliest time we could do that would be 10/2/23.
Lance, I would make a motion to set the time and date for public hearing on a fiscal year 23-24 amendment for October 2nd, 2023 at 9:02 a.m. in the large conference room in Hardin County Courthouse.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I believe it's pertinent to get it done with, but get it done with before election activities really kick into high gear. And to
Yes.
give Jolene's office a courtesy of getting this done.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Now I have is receipt of the auditor's monthly report.
I will make a motion to approve the auditor's monthly report for the month of August.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Now next is the recorder's monthly report.
And to make a motion acknowledging receipt of the recorder's monthly report for August.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is the sheriff's monthly report.
And I will make a motion to acknowledge the receipt of the sheriff's monthly report.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Change of statuses.
We got 3 change of statuses this morning. The first would be the discharge. It's the end of seasonal position for Connor Wise. He was a conservation intern out at Hawkins at a rate of $12 an hour. It'd be effective September 7th, 2023.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
The second I have is the pay increase for Chandra Kite. She is payroll clerk in the auditor's office. That Chandra has completed her 6 months of employment, and her rate effective 9/11/2023 will be $25.63 an hour.
And I will second that.
Been moved and seconded, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Which carries.
The final change of status I have is a pay increase for Brooke Muldoon in the auditor's office. It's her, and she's been here 6 months, effective September 17th. She will be moving to a rate of $20.50 an hour.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Other business.
I have no other business.
I have a piece of other business, kind of a long other business, but I wanted to make sure that the Firemen's Association in Hardin County is recognized for the amazing Firemen's Convention they put on. I heard from a lot of local businesses that business was brisk, whether it was ice, it was meals, it was beverages. The community really appreciates having the firefighters in town. I hear very little negative comments about that. But specifically, I want to thank Chief Chuck Raska. He's the now past president of the Iowa Firemen's Association. Jason Barrick was the past president, and he's a big driving force on the convention in Iowa Falls. And so he'll be stepping down from his leadership role with the association, but I'm sure he will keep things in check with the convention coming back to Iowa Falls next year. And then thank Chief Eisentrager and his team in Iowa Falls, all the community they do a lot of work behind the scenes. What you see in a week in Iowa Falls takes 51 weeks to get ready for. And so it's no easy road, but I can tell you, it's great to have them in the county. I know that the golf course, Pine Lake, hosted some events, the Hubbard Golf Course. So they spread the wealth very well, and it's a great way to showcase Hardin County. So I just wanted to make sure that they understood that it's a great deal. So thank you.
Any other business?
Alden Bridge is open.
No way. They got the railings up.
That's, yep, it's good to go.
Good. Thomas?
Just as a note, I'll be going over that hearing on Thursday's what's scheduled. We'll see. Daryl and I are having a conversation about it, but I'll be going over there to work on testimony with the annual report. It's scheduled for Thursday, so I won't be able to be in Tampa.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other business? Hearing none, anybody for public comment?
Samantha.
Amanda, come on up.
Good morning.
I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Amanda Jones. I am the Hardin County Public Health Coordinator. I have taken over for Rocky Rentz. We are in the middle of doing a CHOD chip survey. So if you all have heard of it, great. If not, it is the Community Health Needs Assessment. There is a QR code on the Greenbelt website, as well as a flyer that I have given Jolene to post on your website. We're just asking that all Hardin County residents get on there and take this survey. It just gives us some good information on what the county needs as far as health and health, housing, you know, what services people would like to see here in Hardin County.
Yeah, I did mine a couple weeks ago. It took me about 15 minutes. It was relatively painless.
Yeah, it is. It is. We are also doing a town hall meeting. So if anybody from the community or any of you folks would be interested in coming, that is scheduled for the 26th. At, I believe, 11:30, and it's at the library.
Here in Eldora.
Yep. So this hardship is a requirement for our local public health grant that we get through the state. And it's supposed to be completed every 5 years.
Yeah.
Ours has been a little longer because of COVID, but
Do you do any of the, do you reach out to any other towns for
Yes.
public meetings? Okay.
yep. We've sent our QR code to a lot of people in all of the other towns. I reached out to city halls there, to see about getting it posted.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
You know.
Excellent. Thanks, Amanda.
Great, thank you.
Any other public comments? Hearing none, I can ask for adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What a coincidence.
Good morning, how are you?
He looks like he's got.